My name is Debbie Phillips. I am a registered nurse at Cox South, and I work in the Neurotrauma ICU in Springfield, Missouri. And I'm here today representing Billy Long for the U.S. House of Representatives of Missouri. I am representing the Registered Nurse Staffing Act Bill of 2014, and I am representing this bill. I am in favor of it. I hope that it gets passed because as a nurse, I understand how important it is to our patients and to us not to make errors in our care, that we are adequately staffed on the floors. So let me just go through three different evidence-based reasons for backing this bill. My first evidence-based reason I have to bring about to you guys is, according to the American Nurses Association, RNs play a vital role in preventing patient errors. A 2009 study showed that sufficient staffing in ICU nurses can prevent adverse patient reactions, and this can cost hospitals between $2,200,000 and $13,200,000. By contrast, if the hospital had the hospitals had just paid these nurses instead of been understaffed and had adverse reactions for the patients, they would have only spent $1,360,000. So that's a pretty big jump if they had just actually paid the nurses at the time. My second piece of information that's evidence-based I would like to share with you is also according to the American Nurses Association, and it was a 2012 study done in Pennsylvania hospitals. And it showed that increasing nurse staffing and decreasing the understaffing can help decrease nurse burnout, and it can prevent around 4,160 infections per year. And this actually ends up to be $41 million per year. And so it doesn't seem like a lot. And this, remember, this is just for just the hospitals in Pennsylvania that they did the study on. The same study also showed that each additional patient that is given to a nurse or assigned to a nurse, one patient in 1,000 patients will end up with a urinary tract infection associated to a catheter. And this doesn't sound like a lot, but again, this was in the Pennsylvania hospitals that they chose to do the study on, but it adds up to a total of 1,351 infections per year, and this ended up costing the hospital as much as $1,100,000 a year. So it's really a big issue that we need to be paying attention to, and especially as nurses, we can see that every day as we go to work. And so that's why I'm here today trying to push your backing for this bill. My last piece of evidence-based information that I would like to share is a 2012 study. Also, this piece of information can also be found on the American Nurses Association site, that staffing and inpatient hospital mortality shows that nurse staffing is linked to a greater likelihood of patient death in the hospital. And a 2012 study showed that of serious patient events reported to the Joint Commission demonstrates that the leading causes of all hospital centennial events is human error. And a lot of this human error is due to understaffing. So overall, I would like to conclude, I hope you also can find the reason why this bill is very important. I find it important because as nurses, this understaffing issue puts our patients at risk for mortality. It puts them at risk for infections, and it costs the hospitals more money, in fact, than if they had just hired another nurse at that time to take care of those patients. So thank you for watching.